Hi, and welcome to this class. This is the lightness of being grounded. So really this class is about allowing ourselves to ground, to be in contact with the earth, to be in contact with the physical body, and in having this seat of groundedness, which links also into the Muladhara chakra, our root chakra. It allows us to have a strong foundation from which to feel lightness. It's a strong foundation for which to let our inner light shine through. And this links a little bit, some of the postures we'll do will link a little bit into the Svadhisthana chakra too, the second chakra, which is kind of the seat of our true selves. It's an area of creativity. I like to see it as an area where we're starting to let ourselves shine through, but we only do this from kind of having this connection to the ground. Do we then connect to ourselves? So come and join me, and hopefully we'll find some groundedness, and within this a lightness, this light that can shine through. So let's start off by lying on our backs in Shavasana. So finding a comfortable position. We can bring the eyes closed if that's comfortable. Breathing slowly and deeply. Allowing the body to merge with the ground. And then lifting the left leg about 20 degrees, flexing the foot, tensing all of the muscles, and then let that leg drop. Lifting the right leg, allowing those muscles to tense, flexing the foot, and allow it to drop. Squeezing the buttocks, lifting the pelvis, squeeze and allow to drop. Pressing the lower back into the ground, pressing the belly towards the ground, and release. Bringing the shoulders together, so walking those shoulders together, lifting up the heart and squeeze and release. And drawing the shoulders towards the ears, squeeze and release. Lifting up the arms, stretching the fingers away and making fists in the hands, squeezing the arms, really activating through, and release. And then looking over to the right of the head, looking over to the left of the head, coming back to centre, and scrunching up all the muscles of the face, almost as if we're scrunching towards the nose, really scrunching, and release. And then looking, opening the eyes, looking up behind the head, opening the mouth and sticking the tongue out. And release, close the eyes again. Coming back to the body, the whole of the body on the ground. And then repeating in your mind after me. My right leg is feeling very heavy. My right leg is completely relaxed. My left leg is feeling very heavy. My left leg is completely relaxed. My hips and buttocks are feeling very heavy. Hips and buttocks are feeling completely relaxed. The belly and lower back are feeling very heavy. The belly and lower back are completely relaxed. chest are feeling very heavy. The upper back and chest are feeling completely relaxed. The shoulders are feeling very heavy. The shoulders are feeling completely relaxed. My arms and hands are feeling very heavy. My arms and hands are completely relaxed. My head and neck are feeling very heavy. My head and neck are completely relaxed. The whole body is feeling very heavy. The whole body is completely relaxed. And being aware now of the whole of the body, being aware of the connection to the ground beneath us. Then gently open the eyes, allow the light to come in, noticing shapes and shadows in the room, wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, being aware of these movements, how they move the air around us, and then bending up the knees, rolling over to the right hand side, and taking our time now to press up, and coming up into a seated position. And so we may be cross-legged here, we may take a half lotus position, whatever feels comfortable. If we're not warmed up, maybe the hips feel tight, we can just sit in a cross-legged position. And so then let's do the Apana Mudra. This is bringing our thumb to our first finger and our ring finger. And our middle finger, stretching the ring finger and little finger away, resting the hands on the knees. This mudra allows us to connect to matter, the physical matter of the world, to be more grounded. And so gently allowing the eyes to come to a close, and bringing our focus to the fingers, to the mudra. And taking our time here to be connected. And when the mind wanders, just gently bringing the mind back, maybe first to the breath, and then coming back to the mudra, sitting in our present moment experience. Keep bringing the attention back to the breath, back to the mudra. Perhaps feeling the whole of the body, its connection to the earth. gently releasing. Bring the eyes open, wiggling the fingers, maybe stretching out the fingers, making fists. Make some circles, any movements we need to make. And now let's move into Nadi Shodhana. So this is the alternate nostril breathing, kind of a levelling breath, a balancing breath. Again, it balances the Ida and Pingala energies to allow us to be, again, more grounded. So, in the left hand, and I won't mirror, I'll do the same as you. Let's take Gana Mudra. So, first finger to thumb, stretching the rest of the fingers away. In the right hand, we'll do Vishnu Mudra, where we curl the middle and the index finger into the base of the thumb. And we'll be using the thumb to close off the right nostril. And the ring finger, maybe the little finger rests against the ring finger or sticks out, whatever is more comfortable for your hand. We'll block off the left nostril, so we'll be able to do one at a time. And what we'll be doing, we'll be allowing the air to go up one nostril while we block the other. And then the air comes out of the opposite nostril. It comes in that same side, then out through the other. So let's first take a breath in through both nostrils. Then blocking off the thumb side as we breathe out through the left. Okay, then inhaling through that left side, through that ring finger side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Blocking off both and holding. Releasing the thumb side and exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhaling the thumb side, 2, 3, 4. Block off both and hold. Releasing the ring finger and breathing out that left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in that ring finger side. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, block both sides. Release the thumb, breathing out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in the thumb side for 2, 3, 4. Block both sides and hold the breath. Release the ring finger, breathing out for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in the ring finger side for 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, blocking both sides. Release the thumb, breathing out for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in the thumb side for 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. Breathing out that ring finger side for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. release the hand, take a full breath in. Let's sigh it away through the mouth. Let's start to make some circles through the shoulders, really feeling into those shoulders. There might be creaks and cracks, just feeling it all. Bringing the elbows in, circling around. Oh, really feeling those movements, stretching up to the sky. Oh, and coming the other way. And then let's take a breath in as we stretch the arms wide, look up to the ceiling. Breathing out as we hug in, drop the chin. And breathing in, stretching wide, welcoming this day. And breathing out, hugging in, dropping head. One more time, big breath in, stretching up. And breathing out in, squeezing in, hold the breath. Breathing in and release. And just gently looking over to one side. Move back to centre, looking over to the other side. And then back to centre, one more time on each side, just being aware of the neck and the sensation within the neck. And back to centre. Let's move into 4-point kneeling position. So we've got knees below hips, we've got hands below shoulders. And let's lead with the lowest part of the spine here as we tuck the tailbone under. We start to arch up with the back, and last of all, we drop the head. And take a breath in here, and the tailbone lifts up, the belly drops down, and the chest and head lift. Breathing out, tailbone down, arching up through the back. Last of all, the head drops. It's like a wave of the spine. So just continuing here, breathing in, lifting head. Breathing out, curling the other way down. Once again, breathing in, belly down, chest and head lift. Breathing out, tailbone comes down, we're arching the back up, and then let's move back into a child's pose. Just pausing here in child's pose. Breathing. Maybe circling the wrists here. And then coming back to 3-point kneeling, or even 4-point kneeling. Bring the left hand to the centre. And then breathing in, let's raise the right hand up, looking towards that hand. Breathing out, threading through. So we're bringing kind of the outer top arm, shoulder towards the ground, and the face towards the ground if it reaches. And breathing in, stretching up. Breathing out, threading through. Last one, breathing in, stretching up. Breathing out, threading through. Hold the breath here. Then breathing in, back to centre. This time put the right hand in the centre. Let's breathe in, stretching up. Breathing out, threading through. Breathing in, stretching up. Breathing out, threading through. And then breathing in, stretching up. Last one as we thread through, breathing out. And then hold the breath here. Hold the posture. Then breathing in, coming back to centre. And then let's stretch the hands, walk the hands a little further away, fingers are wide as we tuck the toes under. And we're coming into kind of quite a loose downward dog. Maybe the feet are a little bit wider, knees can be bent. Perhaps we're pedalling, pushing one heel down, then the next. Lifting up the buttocks towards the sky, we're looking between the hands. So we're looking between the feet even, our hands are pressing into the mat. And growing tall, an elongated spine. You can still keep pressing one heel down, then the next. And breathing here. And then let's walk the feet in between the hands. And just taking a moment to kind of dangle here. Knees can be bent. And then let's straighten those legs and start to come up, stepping one vertebrae at a time. Rolling all the way out, raising up the hands, stretching the hands behind. And bringing the hands together at heart centre. And just take a moment here to press the feet into the ground. Perhaps even lifting up the toes, feeling the arch of the foot lift as we do. Perhaps feeling the activation from the arch all the way up the centre of the body. This, as we ground through our feet, the echoes, the reverberations come up through the body. So let's move into our sun salutations. So coming to the top of our mat. And finding our starting position. And our mountain. And breathing in as we stretch the hands up above the head, slight back bend. Breathing out as we fold forwards, taking the buttocks back, lowering down, breathing out. As we breathe in, step the right leg back, drop the knee, lifting the chest. Breathing out, stepping back to plank. And take an extra breath here, breathing in. And as we breathe out, we can drop the knees or keep the knees lifted as we lower down through chaturanga. Releasing the toes and breathing into cobra. Breathing out back down, tucking the toes under, coming to 4-point kneeling and then to downward facing dog. And just breathing freely here. And then when we breathe in, let's step this right leg foot in between the hands, dropping the knee. You can breathe in, raising up the hands. Breathing out, hands back down. And keep breathing out to step forwards and fully fold forwards. And breathing in as we come up with a flat back. Breathing out, hands close at heart centre. Breathing in as we stretch up, looking up, slight back bend. Breathing out, folding forwards. Breathing in as we step the left leg back, drop the knee and lift the chest. Breathing out, back to plank. Breathing in, then breathing out, down through chaturanga with knees down or knees up, elbows tucked in. Bring the feet wide and lifting up into King Cobra. Looking upwards with the eyeballs. Breathing out, back down. Breathing in, back to downward facing dog. And resting here, breathing naturally. And then breathe in, let's step forward that left leg. And drop the knee. Breathing in, raising the hands. Back down. Stepping forwards. Fully exhale here. And breathing in as we raise all the way back up, bringing our hands to close at heart centre. So we'll now do a variation of the sun salutation inspired by Ashtanga with a few little extras. So coming to our starting position, let's breathe in as we stretch up. Breathing out, folding forwards. Breathing in, Ardha Uttanasana. Breathing out, stepping back to lunge with the right leg. Breathing in, hands raise up. Breathing out, hands back down. Keep breathing out to plank. Keep breathing out, lowering down to chaturanga. Maybe coming to upward dog or cobra as we breathe in. Breathing out to downward dog. Breathing in, raising the right leg up towards the ceiling. Breathing out as we step that foot forward to high lunge. Breathing in, raising the hands. Breathing out, back down. Breathing in, back to downward dog. Breathing out, letting the heels fall. Breathing in as we look forward, bend the knees, and then allowing this groundedness to bring lightness as we jump to the top of the mat, landing as quietly as possible. Fully exhale, fully dangle here, feel the feet on the ground. And then let's breathe in as we come all the way up, back bend at the end, and bring your hands closed to heart centre. Take a moment here, feel the ground beneath us, feel the thumbs pressing into the heart space. Let's breathe in, stretching up. Breathing out, fold forwards. Breathing in, Ardha Uttanasana. Breathing out, stepping back with the left into high lunge. Breathing in, raise the hands. Breathing out, hands down. Keep breathing out to plank, lowering to chaturanga. Coming up into up dog or cobra. Breathing out to Ardha Uttanasana. And breathing. Then breathing in, raise the left leg. Breathing out, step that left leg forwards. Squeeze those inner thighs together as we breathe in, stretching up. Breathing out, hands back down and stepping back to downward dog. Steady here. Breathing in, bending the knees. And then either holding the breath or breathing out as we find the lightness to spring forwards. Fully exhale. And then breathing in, all the way back to slight back bend. Let's breathe in as we stretch up. Breathing out, folding forwards. Breathing in, Ardha Uttanasana. Breathing out, stepping back to lunge with the right leg. Breathing in, hands raise up. Breathing out, hands back down. Keep breathing out to plank. Keep breathing out, lowering down to chaturanga. Maybe coming to upward dog or cobra as we breathe in. Breathing out to downward dog. Breathing in, raising the right leg up towards the ceiling. Breathing out as we step that foot forward to high lunge. Breathing in, raising the hands. Breathing out, back down. Breathing in, back to downward dog. Breathing out, letting the heels fall. Breathing in as we look forward, bend the knees, and then allowing this groundedness to bring lightness as we jump to the top of the mat, landing as quietly as possible. Fully exhale, fully dangle here, feel the feet on the ground. And then let's breathe in as we come all the way up, back bend at the end, and bring your hands closed to heart centre. Take a moment here, feel the ground beneath us, feel the thumbs pressing into the heart space. Let's breathe in, stretching up. Breathing out, fold forwards. Breathing in, Ardha Uttanasana. Breathing out, stepping back with the left into high lunge. Breathing in, raise the hands. Breathing out, hands down. Keep breathing out to plank, lowering into chaturanga. Coming up into up dog or cobra. Breathing out to Ardha Uttanasana. And breathing. Then breathing in, raise the left leg. Breathing out, step that left leg forwards. Squeeze those inner thighs together as we breathe in, stretching up. Breathing out, hands back down and stepping back to downward dog. Steady here. Breathing in, bending the knees. And then either holding the breath or breathing out as we find the lightness to spring forwards. Fully exhale. And then breathing in all the way back to slight back bend. And out to prayer. Again, taking a moment here. Allow the breath to settle. So, Panastasana with a warm up beforehand. So let's bring both hands up towards the ceiling. Keep the right stretching up. Bring the left down as we breathe out to a side bend. Keep this top arm straight and hold. Breathing in, back up. Breathing out, the other side, side bend, and hold the breath. Breathing in, back up. And breathing out, forward fold. Hands to the toes. Breathing in, back up. Breathing out. Breathing in, back bend. Breathing out to centre. Breath in, and then breathing out, quickly come down. Hold the toes. Breathing in, back up. And we're going to move back down again into Panahastasana, and this time we're going to link around the index and the middle finger around the toe, pressing the thumbs into the top of the toe and bringing the elbows out. Allow the spine to be long, the head to be heavy, feeling the ground beneath our feet, as if the ground's pressing into our feet and it's sending that power through the whole of the legs, allowing this freedom in our spine. And then bringing the hands by the ears, coming all the way back up again and releasing, releasing those hands down. I think my hair's finding the lightness and escaping. Right, so let's move to our double right angle posture. So in this one, let's put the weight into our right leg. And so then breathe in, point the toe, raising that left foot. Breathing out as we ground down, the right foot's connecting with the ground. Then as we breathe in, we're going to press that foot away, flex the foot as we raise up that right hand. And then releasing down as we breathe out. And come to the other side, breathing in, point the toe. Breathing out, extending out. Coming back to centre and lowering down. Do one more on each side. So breathing in as we lift that pointed toe. An extra arm there. And breathing out as we kick away. Breathing in and lower down. Breathing in, breathing out to extend. Breathing in and then out. Come on. Now let's move into Virabhadrasana 2. So bringing the legs wide, probably the length of one of your legs. And let's turn the left foot out and the back foot in slightly, bending that front knee so it doesn't go over the toes. You might need to adjust the feet a little bit so we can kind of get that sensation of sinking deeper. The hips are kind of open towards the long edge of the mat. And then let's float these arms up. Then we're going to look over that front hand. Imagining we're looking over the middle finger. Maybe someone's pulling our back hand away, someone's pulling our front hand away. This real sense of pressing down into the ground and then having this strong foundation, those arms can float. Doesn't mean they're wafty, they're still strong. And we're looking beyond that middle finger. Breathing, really feeling the breath. And as we breathe in, that can bring the lightness. As we breathe out, we sink deeper, we connect to our physical matter. We connect to the ground. One more breath. And then bring the hands to the hips. Turn the toes in. And we'll go to the other side. Bending that knee, floating up the arms, looking beyond that middle finger, sinking deeply. We breathe in, we allow that lightness, that freedom, that fluidity in the top of the body. You even have a little wiggle to feel that. As we breathe out, we can sink deeper, sinking to the earth, feeling that connection, that strength. Breathing, sensing, feeling. One more breath, big breath in. Breathing out and grounding. Straightening that front leg. Bringing the legs back in. Working them in together. Okay, so now bringing those legs wide again. Let's turn that left foot out again. Bending the front knee. This time we're going to move into YTT Parshvanasana. I'm going to struggle with this one. YTT Parshvanasana, or side angle posture. So bringing the forearm to the thigh, palm facing up. We're shining the heart up. Hands on the hip to start, just to get that opening through the chest. And then we can lift the hands up to the sky. And then over, so we've got the bicep coming towards the ear. We can still see our big toe, our knees and falling inwards. Again, we have this space in the body. Breathing. Then we drop that front hand down. We come up onto the back toe. So we're in a high lunge position. Bringing our hands to prayer. And with this left outer arm, we're going to hook that. We're going to hook that over the thigh here, allowing ourselves to go into a twist. And again, that breath enables that lightness. We breathe out, we ground through the feet. And as we breathe in, it allows the freedom in the spine to make the twist. So we're not forcing it, we're just allowing it. And then coming back to square, back up to centre, and then let's go to the other side for our side angle. So again, hands on hip to start, just to get that opening of the chest, that shining of the heart space. You can bring the hands up to the ceiling, and then over the head, bicep towards the ear, we can look up. And we've got this outer edge of the back foot is grounding in, bottom, the front foot is grounded in, but we can still wiggle the toes, we're not gripped so tightly. And then we're turning the body around, face forwards, we're coming up onto the back toes, into our high lunge, hands at heart centre, and this time we move to the left, hooking this right outer arm onto the outer thigh of that left leg, hands together. And again, breathing out, sink into the ground, and breathing in, we allow this twist, we allow this freedom of movement. Coming back to centre, straightening up, facing the front again, then let's heel toe our feet in. Okay, so let's do the sequence of chair. So for the first variation, let's bring our feet together, and then we're sitting back and sideways. We're sitting back into our chair, palms of the hands face downwards. We're squeezing the legs towards each other. We can still wiggle the toes. We're still lifting our arches of our feet. And we've got this activation through the midline of the body. And we can raise up the hands further, so our biceps come near the ears. Still making sure we're not kind of sticking our buttocks out too much. We're tucking the tailbone under so we don't get this scoop in the lower back. It's really strong, that causes pain. And then straightening up, releasing the hands, the legs will shake. And so the second variation, I quite like this, it's awkward pose, and it is quite awkward. So this time, again, same starting position. Let's sit down, bring the hands level with the ground, and now we're going to raise up onto the toes, so finding the lightness in our heels, coming up onto our toes, and sitting a bit deeper so the thighs become parallel with the ground. Just noticing parts of the body that are active in this. Notice those little quivers, these little shakes that the body makes to enable us to keep our balance. These different muscle groups that are starting to get activated. And feet down, raising up, and releasing off of that one. Okay, and then the last variation again. Let's move, same starting position, but then interlacing the finger, stretching the index finger up into Uttara Bodhi Mudra, and that comes up above the head, and we're sitting deeply. Again, tucking that tailbone in. And then releasing off, standing tall, releasing those arms, have a little shake. Okay, so let's bring our right foot in front, left leg behind. So we'll move to Tula Dandasana, or balancing stick pose. So hands to the hips facing forwards. And then let's start to move the weight into the front leg. You can be on the toes to the back leg. Even a slight bend in that front knee to start, just to allow that weight to tilt forward in the torso as that back leg starts to raise up. And that back foot is flexed now. And we're lifting up. And then we can release the arms, bringing the arms up above the head. In our balancing state. Finding a point to gaze on, our dritsi. Feeling the energy from the tips of the fingers to the heel. Coming back down. And coming to the other side, so bringing the right leg back. Hands on the hips, so we check they're kind of square. Tilting forwards, bringing the weight into the front foot, the back leg floats away. Flexing the foot so the heel's pointing away. Stretching the fingers away. And again, breathing. Finding the steadiness, the ease. Sthira sukha. Maybe we can find the groundedness and the lightness at risk of becoming a broken record. And then let's release off there, give the body a little bit of a shake. Okay, so let's move into Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. So this one, let's first bring our right knee into the chest. Tuck it into the body, and then with our index and middle finger, let's hook around big toe. Thumb at the top of the toe, help to stimulate the pineal gland. And then stretching that leg away. You can bring that to the side. Maybe we move the leg out to the side. As we do, we look in the opposite direction, finding a focal point. And then head back to centre, leg back to centre, and then lower down. And then we'll go to the other side. So first taking, grounding down through that right leg, bringing the knee into the chest. And then again, hooking those peace fingers around the big toe. Maybe make a mudra with the other hand as we extend that foot in front, standing tall, feeling the lightness of the leg, and then opening out to the side, and then if we can, looking in the opposite direction. Healing the body, and then back to centre, releasing down, and have a wiggle. Okay, so let's move into Karmasana. So interlace the hands behind the back, standing up tall. Take a breath in, breathing out, side bend to the right, and hold the breath. Breathing in back to centre. Breathing out to the other side, and hold the breath. Breathing into centre. And breathing out, folding forwards. Lifting the hands. Hold the breath. Breathing in back to centre. And then breathing out, arching backwards, active through the arms. And back to centre. And then moving down onto the knees, and we'll do the same sequence but on the knee, on the kneeling position. So I'll turn this way. That's a little easy to see. So we're in high kneeling, interlace the hands, take a breath in, breathing out, side bend to the right, hold the breath, breathing in back to centre, breathing out, side bend to the other direction, hold the breath, back to centre, and then let's breathe in here, and then breathing out, bringing the head towards the ground. Hold the breath, breathing in back to centre. And then as we breathe out, we'll come backwards. We may want to have the hands separate on the ground here, or maybe we have them interlaced. Let's find that position as we breathe in, press the hips open, open the heart. Hold the breath, and then breathing out, releasing back. Let's move now to lying on our front. So Bhujangasana or Cobra. As bring our hands underneath our shoulders, pressing the pubic bone into the mat, pressing the big toes into the mat, so we're active in our legs. And with that activeness, we can float up with the torso. Hold the breath here. We can look upwards with the eyes. Breathing out, breath down. And again, breathing in, raising up. Hold the breath. Breathing out, back down. And then bring the legs a little wider into our King Cobra. Arms maybe a little wider too. And then when we breathe in, let's float up the body. Looking up, hold the breath. Feeling the space through the spine. And then breathing out, down we go. And then bring the hands into the forehead. Resting the forehead here. Taking a moment in our crocodile. Maybe letting the heels roll outwards. Bring the heels back to centre. Bring the toes outwards. Let the heels roll inwards. As we breathe, feeling the belly. And then we'll move up into in the Shalabhasana, into locust pose. So we can have flat hands here underneath us, or we can make fists. And if I show you this way around, we're kind of in this position, okay, with the hands at the front of the body. I'm going to do flat hand, I just find it more comfortable. But we're tucking in the body here, chin towards the ground. And then breathing in. And then as we breathe out, we're allowing the legs to raise. And lowering down. Hands back above the head. Resting the forehead. And then drawing the right knee up. Bringing the left side of the face towards the hands. Releasing that leg, move to the other side. So this time the left knee comes up. We're resting the right side. Releasing, and then just turning over onto the back to rest briefly in Shavasana. We can close the eyes. We can feel the weight of the body on the ground and feel the breath. And then let's bring the knees into the chest. Put ourselves tight. Maybe just start to rock, massage the spine. Now we rock all the way up. And then we're going to move to Janusasana, forward fold. So bring the legs in front. Let's take the right leg so it's bent. Bring the sole of the foot to the inside of the thigh. Activate the toes here, activate the leg. We'll take a breath in, allow the spine to become long, almost like we have a hook on the top of the head, pulling us tall. And as we breathe out, imagine we're rolling over a big ball. We can hook the middle and the index finger around that big toe, pressing the thumb into the top. And again, we get this sense of breathing in to get that elongation through the spine. And as we breathe out, we can fold forward, succumbing to gravity. Using our breath here. Breathing in, extend, breathing out, holding forwards. And then when we next breathe in, let's coming back up. Coming to the other leg, give a little shake, maybe stretch out, hands behind, lift the pelvis. And then bring the left sole of the foot to the inner thigh, drawing the toes towards us here. Take a big breath in. And breathing out as we roll forward, so we can interlace the index and middle around that big toe from at the top. And again, get that sense of breathing in to elongate through the spine, breathing out to fold, yielding to gravity, letting the breath guide us. So that breath in, it allows that real grounding. As we breathe in, it allows that expansion, allows that light to glow. And then when we next breathe in, releasing off, coming all the way back up. So let's do Matsyendrasana, or half Lord of the Fishes now. So let's extend through the left. We're bending through the right. Let's pop the right foot over on the other side. And then we're reaching around with the right hand. The outer edge of this left arm hooks around the leg. We reach around. And yet again, we've got this sense of as we breathe in, we're getting elongation through the spine. As we breathe out, we can twist a little. So going with your own breath. Finding how this rootedness on the ground allows us then to have this freedom to twist, to feel through our spine and our body. Last breath. Coming back to centre, releasing the legs. Give the knees a little massage, give the legs a shake. And then let's go with the left foot over on the opposite side here, activating the leg. You can, as a variation, you can bend that straight leg. So if that's in your practice, please go with that. Or having it straight, and then reaching around with this left hand, hooking with the right arm on the outer thigh as we breathe in to elongate through the spine, and we breathe out to look behind. And just going with your own breath here. Moving back round, coming back round to centre. Okay, so we'll move now to shoulder stand. So we'll do the Sarvangasana, the shoulder stand, then we'll move into Halasana, the plough, and then we'll move into Shiva Asana, where we cover our ears with our knee. So I'll talk you through as we're going, but obviously if you're watching me, don't kind of be bending kind of your neck to look at me. So it might be worth just watching these three and then doing it yourself. Okay, so first we'll move into Sarvangasana. So coming to lie on our backs, straightening our legs, pressing our hands into the ground, and then we start to lift up. As we lift up through the buttocks, we take our hands at the tops of our buttocks, bring our elbows towards each other, supporting the lower back as we straighten up through these legs. So the important thing to notice, this is a shoulder stand rather than a neck stand, so there's no kind of weight going through my neck at all. It's all in my tops of my arms and into my shoulders. So we can breathe here. We can notice the sensation of our legs being upside down, the wrong way round. Notice how gravity works on our legs here. And then let's move into the plough, so those legs start to come down behind us. As they do, we can release the hands, interlace the hands, squeezing the shoulders, squeezing the elbows towards each other, hands are active. And then we can allow those feet to come to the ground, tucking the toes under. But we've got this kind of energetic feeling with the bum lifting a little bit. We've got space to breathe here.
We're not kind of contracting it all. And so when we're in this position, we don't do any kind of sideways movements of the neck at all. We just keep it all kind of nice and aligned. And you can feel, you can almost experiment with if you press your hands kind of into the mat a little bit. How does that affect the feet? And the same with if you're pressing the toes in, how does that affect the hands? And then come to stillness. And then let's come to our third variation, where we bring the knees to the sides of the ears. And if for whatever reason that doesn't feel appropriate today, can we move back into Halasana, into the plough. And then release the hands, bring the palms of the hands down to the ground. And we can slowly start to roll down. So imagining that down through each vertebrae we have a press stud, and we're trying to press each press stud one at a time into the mat, lowering down, slowly taking our time, feeling the movements, and bringing the feet there, taking a moment to settle, feeling the body after these movements. And then straightening the legs out. And we'll move into our fish pose. So coming to sit up. And so to our Matsyasana, let's bring the backs of our hands, so the palms onto the ground, sitting onto the backs of the hands. We've got our elbows bent. And then we can stretch back, bringing the crown of the head towards the ground. This counter pose, let's point our toes away. And breathing in our fish posture. And then charging our arms to bring our body upwards. And coming back into a seated position. So let's move into our Padmasana, so our lotus position. And then from our lotus we can bring our hands to the side of the body. Lifting up, charging, finding the lightness as we swing through in our Tolasana. Releasing down, and releasing the feet. And let's move down now into Ananda Balasana, into our happy baby posture. So bringing our knees into the chest, then out towards the armpits, feet to the ceiling, and we can hook index and middle finger around that toe, pressing the top of the toe with the thumb, and we can rock from side to side. And then releasing up as we prepare for Shavasana. So in our Shavasana, please make sure you're comfortable. Take any extra warm clothes, blankets. Bring the legs wide. Arms at the sides of the body, palms facing up. And we can bring the eyes closed. And as we lie in Shavasana, feeling the breath moving slowly and deeply. Allowing the body to merge with the ground. And we are on a beach, and we can hear the waves lapping on the shore. We can feel gentle sun rays on our skin, warming us, but with a gentle breeze gently going by. The right foot is feeling very heavy. The right foot is completely relaxed. And you can repeat after me in your mind's eye. Left foot is feeling very heavy. The left foot is completely relaxed. The right leg is feeling very heavy. Your right leg is completely relaxed. The left leg is feeling very heavy. The left leg is completely relaxed. The hips and buttocks are feeling very heavy. The hips and buttocks are completely relaxed. The lower back and belly are feeling very heavy. The lower back and belly completely relaxed. The upper back and chest are feeling very heavy. The upper back and chest completely relaxed. The shoulders are feeling very heavy. The shoulders are completely relaxed. The arms and hands are feeling very heavy. The arms and hands are completely relaxed. The head and neck are feeling very heavy. The head and neck completely relaxed. The whole of the body is feeling very heavy. The whole of the body is completely relaxed. And as we breathe, we're noticing a light in the center of our chest. Allowing this light to spread through the whole of the body. healing light, the nurturing light, the energizing light. Everything it touches, it allows to give space. Allow this light to shine onto the very aliveness in your bodies. And as we rest here in Shavasana, I'd like to read a poem. Just for Now, by Dana Fold. Just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weights you so patiently bear upon your shoulders. Feel the earth receive you and the infinite expanse of the sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow the wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now. Be boundless, free, with awakened energy tingling your hands and feet. Drink in the possibility of being who and what you really are, so fully alive that the world looks different, newly born and vibrant, just for now. And starting to deepen the breath. Filling the belly with air, with fresh prana. And then let it go through the mouth. Breathing in, filling up a whole of the body with this fresh new breath. And let it go with a sigh through the mouth. One last time, big breath in. Let it go. Coming back to the natural breath. Wiggling fingers, wiggling toes. And gently bending up the knees. And rolling over to the right hand side, supporting the head where necessary. Just taking a moment to check in with the body, with the mind. Maybe allowing a small smile to come to the corners of the mouth. Maybe externally, where we activate the muscles of the face. Maybe internally, as a nod of gratitude for taking part in the practice today. And if the eyes are closed, gently opening the eyes. Using our arms to make our way back into a seated position. So I'd like to thank you for taking part in the practice today. This practice of feeling the lightness of being grounded. I hope you enjoyed it. Namaskar.